Beware Fairy Gifts, a Regency fantasy novella, written by M.J. Putney, narrated by Siobhan Waring. Forward. Beware Fairy Gifts was originally published under the title Dangerous Gifts in an anthology called Fairy Magic, named a Notable Book of the Year by Library Journal, that also included stories by Jo Beverley, Barbara Samuel, and Karen Harbour. The stories were all Regency or Georgian, and we had so much fun that we did 2 more magical anthologies together, Dragon Lovers and Chalice of Roses. My story here is about the danger of accepting gifts from fairies. Mary Jo Putney. Prologue. Liquid harp notes floated down the wind, gentle as a dream. The fairy lord listened with closed eyes as the music twined warmly around him. The harpist was a young mortal female, and she had played her haunting tunes in his wood many times. At first he had merely enjoyed the music. Then, when the winter chill kept her from the wood, he had realized how much more satisfying it would be to make the harpist his own. Then he would always have music. When she returned to the wood in the spring, he had studied her and woven his plans. Today he would put them into motion. Impatient to begin, Ranulf of the Wood opened his eyes and set off toward the glade where the girl played her instrument with a power and passion that made the leaves and sunbeams dance. At the edge of the glade, he paused in the shadows to study his quarry, Leah Marlowe. She sat on the trunk of a fallen tree, caressing the small Celtic harp like a lover, as her fingers rippled out a tune that pierced the heart. Slight of build, with pale skin and straight brown hair, the girl was not a beauty even by mortal standards. Compared to a lady of Faery, she was positively plain, yet there was a sweetness about her, and she had a magical gift for music. He would have that sweetness and magic for himself. Beguiling her would be an easy task, for she was shy and lonely. Perhaps, if he was lucky, he would have her in his gilded lair this very night. He smiled at the thought, and prepared to step into the glade. "Why don't you leave the child alone?" Jolted out of his reverie by the husky feminine voice, Ranulf whirled, his hand falling to the hilt of his sword. A scant 2 yards away, a female of unearthly beauty lounged gracefully against an oak. She was Faery, of course, for few mortals could see him until he revealed himself. But her complexion was dusky, not the snow-pale hue of the folk, and silken hair of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?